reminding me of Conquest versus Invincible. Oh! What is it, Games TV, back in the YouTube video, and today we're acting a Deku versus Asta, My Hero Academia versus Black Clover Death Battle. So I'm obviously getting back into the Death Battle things. I love these things, so thank you guys for the recent support on those. My Hero Academia, I love it. We just watched the Shigaraki one. That was insane. No spoilers, but I got my winner. I'm hype. I think everybody knows who wins that one anyway. But this one's exciting because I don't know the winner of this. I don't know this other character. And somebody in the comment down below, I forget your name, I'm so sorry, but I pinned it in the last one I reacted to. Not the last one, but the one before, because I did Among Us before this. But you've been calling out all my wins and losses, and now I feel like I need to do well because I have a track record. So I'm very excited to see this, and let's get into it. Here we go. I love these. Also trying the new pink Red Bull. Not sponsored, but pretty good. Sponsored by SUPERX.
Deku, My Hero Academia's super student, straight out of UA High.
Asta, the anti-magical ass-kicker from Black Clover.
Though you may be born bereft of the same gifts as your peers, there is nothing stopping you from achieving your dreams.
As long as you're a fictional character in a fantasy world.
True.
I mean, as long as you've got your friends by your side, you'll pack a hell of a punch. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win
my dude.
A death battle.
Let's go! I hope Deku wins, but let's see who he's facing.
Midoriya wanted
let's
only
get our
one
rundown on
thing from
Deku.
life. To be a beacon of hope, just like his idol,
Midoriya.
the #1 ranked superhero in Japan, All Might.
No need to fear, because I am here!
With no powers.
Also, I saw that All Might has a battle, and I will be watching that because I need to see my dude win. If he doesn't win, I'm going to be sad. I don't know who he's versing, but All Might is my favorite. He's so awesome.
You heard right. This is like a reverse X-Men thing where 80% of the population gets red superpowers, or quirks as they're called, while the remaining fifth are stuck as basic bitches, or as his spiky-haired bully Bakugo called him, Deku.
That's a pun on the Japanese word dekunobu, meaning good for nothing.
Persevering despite his basic bitchedness, Midoriya got the chance to prove his quirkless heroic mettle against this giant sludge monster,
and
much to the surprise of one particular almighty onlooker.
His body secretly decaying from a horrific injury, All Might needed to find the one who would inherit his all-powerful quirk.
And All Might didn't want just anybody. The hero world was filled with glory seekers in it for fame and money. All Might wanted someone whose body moved on its own to save someone.
He saw exactly that in young Midoriya, and gave him one of the most powerful quirks in the world. One for
all, baby!
The problem, even after bulking up from lad to Chad, the recoil from even one punch would shatter all the bones in his arm. So he trained to be able to handle his gift at the superhero school of his dreams, UA High.
And that's when he decided to own the name used as a cudgel against him for so many years.
Which I love that he did that.
Deku can also be an abbreviation for Dekiru, someone who can do anything.
That's awesome!
Exactly the opposite of Dekunobu.
I didn't know
One
that.
for all
That's
allows
cool.
Deku to release
I love that
absolutely
flip.
absurd
This
amounts
from
of
a
strength
video
from
game? 'Cause that
different
looks
parts of his
awesome.
body.
It is. Look
with
at that.
super moves named
I wanna
after
play that
US
game. What
cities
is
and
that?
states.
Deku still can't access all of his power safely, though. Using 100% will quickly destroy his body. Which is why he learned to distribute his strength evenly across his body, a technique known as full cowling. This lets him increase his speed and durability as well, making him more all-rounded, and shifting focus to his own interpretation of One for All inspired by his pal Ida, Shoot Style.
Where he pulls out a Glock and blows your brains out.
That's not what happens.
Really, but in keeping with One for All's rabbit theme, he trades All Might's signature punches for kicks. My version's better. You ever seen Rabbit versus Gun? I have, and I know how it plays out.
Considering the much higher muscle mass of a human's legs, Shoot Style allowed Deku to output even more power while giving his arms a break.
I didn't know it was more power.
A break.
And despite being a classic melee build, Deku can fight at range by punching powerful gusts of air and even precisely aim them with specially designed gloves.
Deku has an encyclopedic knowledge of quirks and is always analyzing their strengths and weaknesses mid-battle, even if he does sound a little weird.
Despite only barely getting accepted in the first place, Deku quickly became one of Class 1A's most dependable fighters. Because, somehow these students are constantly getting drafted into literal wars against murderous supervillains.
Midoriya's successes in battle against ruthless criminals like Stain, Muscular, and Overhaul came much too
always going through something unless it's the what's it called, the festival. That season was alright. It was a lot. It was just very like there was a lot going on and then there was nothing going on. There was it was more. It felt filler, but it was still cool. I still liked it.
His old bully's chagrin. Where Bakugo was a child prodigy, he now found himself overshadowed by his hard-working rival, and the two would use their mutual respect and animosity to motivate each other to get stronger.
Classic frenemies. They're only solving their problems by pounding the living tar out of each other.
They bring each
Luckily
other
for
up.
him, Deku soon learned that living tar pounding wasn't the only thing he could do.
Yeah, he
Turns
could
out,
do a
One
lot
for All
more,
did not
baby.
originate with All Might.
got a
It had been
crap ton
passed
of
down
quirks.
8 times until it arrived at Deku, with each inheritance also carrying the previous user's natural quirk as well.
Like Black Whip, which
Yep.
lets him manifest
That
crazy
one's,
long and
of
strong
course,
energy
awesome.
tendrils to tie enemies up and swing around the city, or shoot one out of his mouth, just like our girl Froppy.
And
That's
Danger
cool.
Sense, which
I
gives
didn't
him a
know he
minor
did
reactive
that.
precognition.
That's awesome.
AKA, he's Spider-Man.
remember that.
Not even a reach. The mangaka is like the biggest Spidey fan ever.
He can
That's
also
cool.
produce a smoke screen to mask his presence, float in midair, or store kinetic energy
Yeah,
over time
look at
with
him.
Fudge.
Like that. By storing up enough, he can even match All Might's max power without any recoil to boot. Strong
very,
enough to
very
change the
incredible.
weather and create city block-sized tornadoes
That's
with a
nuts.
single punch.
That's
And
nuts.
he's even stronger with his newest quirk, Gear Shift,
Yeah,
which allows
Gear
him to
Shift
increase
is
the speed of an object
insane.
anytime he touches it.
Dude.
In conjunction with the power of All for One, he
Dude.
can use this to warp reality
It's
itself.
insanity.
Deku can go toe-to-toe with arch-villains like Shigaraki, who's fast enough to react to and catch laser beams with his bare hands.
Crazy.
But nothing could prepare him for All Might's archenemy, the shadowy leader of the League of Villains, All for One.
All Might only ever showed his young pupil kindness and support, but that couldn't change the absolutely crushing pressure Deku felt at
Yeah.
every moment.
Even classically
Nuts, it
trained
gets bad.
dickhead Bakugo came to help his teammate out when he needed it. Like when they teamed up to
That
share
was
one
fire.
for all and punch an island-sized hole
Yep,
in the
we
clouds
learned about this in the
2,000
other
miles
one.
high.
Just goes to show that even One for All isn't a one-man army. Deku's true strength comes from his teamwork between himself and his friends.
facts.
And with
See, I
their
feel like
help,
that's
Deku
key,
will
though, 'cause
surely
he's not
become
gonna
that
have
beacon
his
of hope
friends
he
in this
dreamt
battle.
about as a child.
I feel like
One
that was
hero
a key.
for all mankind.
They said that on purpose. Now I'm scared.
This episode is sponsored by Mint
I don't
Mobile.
know who this other person is. However, I am very scared because of that line that they just said. I like the attention to detail that they love to hint at the characters and their outcomes at the beginning, but let's see. Maybe I'm thinking too much.
/deathbattle.
I'm just scared for Deku, man. Because he's strong, but I don't know this
Magic!
other kid.
You know it, you love
think
it,
it's a
and in
kid.
the world of Black Clover, it doesn't come from a box you bought at a tacky West Hollywood
it's
costume
real.
shop. Everyone's got it.
Mana is the source of all magic, a
Okay.
supernatural energy
fixes
found
there
in the
were
air
crazy.
and in living beings. Except living beings whose names are Asta.
Okay.
Not only was the young Asta an orphan
he's got
abandoned by his
magic.
mother at a church as a baby, he was born with a mutation that prevents him from having any mana to speak of.
Okay, so 8/17/5. I want to learn about this character more than because I already know the other one. Born without magic affinity. Okay, so very similar stories. It sounds like child of magic absorbing Lysita. Okay, remember the Black Bulls and Royal Knights aspires to be the Wizard King. Catchphrase. Ah.
Well,
Okay.
neither do I, and you don't hear me crying about it.
Yes, you do, all of the time. But Asta had a dream. Despite his lack of magic, he and his best friend
So
Yuno
same
promised
type
each
of
other
premise.
one of
This
them
is
would
cool. I
rise
like
to the
this
throne of the
comparison.
greatest military position in the land, the Wizard King. Wizard King? Really, guys? Sometimes they call it Magic Emperor, but we all know what they mean.
So he dedicated himself to getting swole as all
This one
hell
looks like a
in a
game,
world
too.
of nerds. He would
Unless
be
that's
a
just really cool
lone
animation.
god, shoving every last wizard into a locker
This one looks like
until
something
they
I'd like
crowned
to
him
watch.
king.
But huge, frightening pectorals on a tiny, screaming goblin child weren't enough on its own. He needed something powerful enough to shut down his opponent's magic.
He needed the 5-leaf Clover Grimoire.
Essentially
Okay.
a book of spells, a grimoire will choose its user and float beside their
Oh.
wielder at all times.
Oh,
And us.
okay. So it's kind of like All for One with all the quirks, like all the books choose. They're like low level things, but then he gets the really powerful one, like one for he gets one for like Deku gets one for all. Okay.
That was lucky enough to receive the Uno reverse card of Grimoires.
Gotcha.
The 5-leaf Clover can harness the power of anti-magic, which
Oh,
will literally
what?
nullify the effects of other magic spells, almost like
Oh.
wizard kryptonite. Let the locker stuffing commence. Haha, get nerds.
It wasn't long before
That's
Asta was
cool.
accepted into one of the 9 squads of Clover Kingdom's Magic Knights, the
Huh.
Black Bulls, filled with lazy drunkards,
Okay.
antisocial otakus, and literal sociopaths.
My kind of people. Yep. mostly. But much
Right.
like with Asta, you shouldn't judge a grimoire by its cover. And soon they were all working together and kicking ass like a family should.
Asta harnesses the power of anti-magic by summoning swords imbued with it from the grimoire.
Okay.
Normally, these swords would quickly drain the mana from anyone foolish enough to wield them, but Asta does not have any mana, turning his greatest weakness into a one-of-a-kind
That's
strength.
cool.
He's got his
yeah.
classic Demon Slayer, an enormous greatsword which cuts through
look
spells
at
with its
this.
edge and deflects them with its flat. Or the
Okay.
Demon Dweller, which can
Lot
also
of
absorb and
swords.
copy magic, then toss it right back to sender.
I think my personal
Absorb, copy magic, send back to sender. That's not good because that's probably going to apply to quirks. And how do you fight that? That's bad. That's bad.
favorite is the more complex Demon Destroyer, which
What?
severs the relationship between a spell's cause and effect, countering the
Whoa.
effects of its magic. This could result in anything from healing a village that was inflicted with poison to preventing reincarnation.
Wow!
Some of these can get
That's
a little heady.
nuts.
I personally prefer keeping it simple, like using anti-magic telekinesis to surf on your sword through the sky.
It's worth noting that these swords are made specifically for countering magical attacks and sources of mana. The swords will act as though blunted when striking non-magical foes,
Wow.
more akin to giant clubs than actual blades. Not
Okay,
entirely
I see,
inconsistent
I
with
see.
real-life greatswords.
Okay,
But none
that
of
makes
that's
sense.
even close to as cool as his
Now it's
deadliest
sharp.
sword, the Demon Slasher.
What
A
is
katana
this?
as black as the pits of hell and twice as badass.
This
That
one
looks
actually
sharp.
does cut like a
Yeah.
sword, but it's complicated. It lets Asta actually select what he does and does not want to cut, only affecting his target while leaving anything else unharmed.
Okay,
Wow.
at this point, isn't that just magic?
No,
Magic
exactly.
With a loophole.
And he's studied the blade long enough to become a master swordsman to boot. Not the
Interesting.
real life sense, in the anime sense.
He
Yeah.
can spin himself like a tornado to
Oh!
deflect magic spells, thrust forward
This
at
guy
top speed
seems
like a charging
strong
bolt,
for Deku.
launch a barrage of anti-magic projectiles, and even channel anti-magic into his swords to vastly increase their size.
Oh,
Well, while he
God!
may be no good with mana, he has learned to detect ki. Because, of course,
The life force
Yeah.
existing in all things. Asta can detect
Okay.
hidden opponents and even predict their movements
That's
ahead
not
of time,
good.
as long as he's
Deku-
fast enough to
I
react.
think
with
Deku
such
might be
crazy
cooked.
powers, Asta was taking on threats like the Eye of the Midnight Sun, the Devil Zagrid, and
Whoa.
the Dark Triad. So many nerds, never
Yeah.
enough lockers.
Yeah.
Too bad for
That's
Asta,
funny.
though. He had one serious inner demon.
Literally, housed within the five-leaf clover grimoire was Liba, a demon exiled from hell for completely lacking magical powers, and who
Oh.
just so happened to get adopted by Asta's mother.
What?
Until he got possessed by a different demon and killed her. Vowing
Oh.
vengeance on all demon kind, Liba manifested anti-magic from his hatred as a way to kick their
Oh,
asses.
wow.
Which gave him and Asta a lot of common ground. Despite the
Wow.
whole, mom murder thing.
In fact, the two became
Let's take a
true
book.
brothers and formed an unstoppable duo. Liba can actually fully merge with Asta for a massive power boost that lasts up
Oh.
to 5 minutes, at the cost of leaving
That's
Asta nearly
not
powerless for the
good.
next half hour.
Oh, that'll do it, though, probably.
I'll take it if I get to be strong enough to slice buildings to pieces, obliterate huge chunks of earth, and tear the most powerful demons apart. Give me the goddamn books.
I'm the book boy, okay?
I'm the book
Even
boy,
characters
it's
earlier in
crazy.
the series, like Patoli, had magic capable of completely vaporizing the entire Clover Kingdom in a single attack. And demons that Asta has fought since then, like Dante and Lucifero, are leagues stronger.
Hell, screw
All
all
right,
these
Deku,
demon forms
what
and
the hell? They're
anti-magic
still
powers.
going on his
Asta's
power.
body is so incredibly well trained, he dodged a beam of light while sleeping. As in,
What?
he was asleep, and the force of his sneeze pushed his head out of the way of a beam of light. Light speed sneezes, everyone.
And despite his headstrong
That's
and
not
irritating
good.
personality,
AKA screaming at the top of his lungs as often as possible.
Asta is an intelligent fighter who has leveraged his skill against far more experienced
Look at
foes.
his arm.
But he
his
wouldn't
arm.
be anywhere without the ragtag band of deviants he calls friends.
Wow.
With them at his side, there's no
Okay,
way
well,
he
they
won't
said the
climb the
same
ranks
friends.
to take the Wizard
Okay.
King's throne.
They said the
Especially
same
with
thing.
Yuno pushing them both
That's
to get
cool.
stronger.
Unlike other classic
Oh, that's
shonen
sick.
rivalries, this one isn't tainted by antagonism. They truly want what's best for each other, even
Okay.
if they're competing for the same throne.
That's
You
cool.
know
I
he's
like
gonna
that.
need all the
That's
luck
a better
he can
dynamic
get.
than
Because
Deku
even
and
if
Bakugo.
Asta never gets mana of his own, his true magic is never given up.
That's cool. All right, I really like this the character comparison. Okay, so like I am pretty sure Deku cannot hold his own. I'm not gonna let my bias take me this time. I'm gonna let my wits take me. And this dude, like, Deku's stuff kind of amounts to magic, right? Quirks, magic, superpowers, supernatural things. I feel like he's going to be able to deflect a lot, and Deku's not going to have a lot of answers. He's going to deflect his power, especially if Deku uses Gear Shift and he's cooked. Deku's powers are taking from his body every time he uses them. And then, you know, Asta doesn't really have that. So my final answer here, as much as I don't want it to be this way, I think Deku's going to lose, so I'm going to lock it in. I think Asta's got it. Let's go.
Battle.
If Deku wins, I'm still going to be happy. I win here in either way.
All right.
I win either way.
Set and we've run the data through all
But
possibilities.
I'm gonna.
It's time for a
I don't want to go
death
against my boy, but I don't want to lose. All right, Asta. Oh!
Sword that big? This could be crazy strong.
This is
I'm gonna
so
have to rely on more
cool.
than just my power
It's
to
like
take
the
him down.
tournament. This is awesome.
Just gotta hit him really hard.
Oh God. This is sick. Here we go, Deku. Come on. Yeah. Okay.
Man, this guy can give even Luck a run for his money.
Yes. He's fast. That's my boy. Even though you're gonna lose. Oh no. Deku, please. You're gonna die. Oh.
Aren't swords supposed to be sharp?
That's funny. Oh damn.
His speed isn't slowed by his sword's weight at all.
No.
Gotta hamper his movements and get that book out of his hands.
So in character. Oh, I love this. This is so great. Oh look, animation switch. Oh. Oh. That's gotta hurt, Deku. Oh.
Now it's my turn.
Oh. Nice.
Wait, are you not using magic? What kind of magic emperor would I be if I can't beat a guy like this?
He can't wait. Yes. It's not magic. Oh, nice. Oh, wait, Deku. Can you do it? Oh, no, that's the katana.
Detroit style!
Yes.
Detroit style!
Oh, nice. Oh, he's got the book.
Detroit!
Nice, Deku. Oh, my boy might do it. Uh-oh. He's got the book. Oh, no. That's not good. Yikes, you
What Detroit is, but I've had enough of it.
Oh no!
Ending this quick!
Please do! Even though I don't think you're gonna win!
With all you've got, because I'm never going down!
Oh, this is gonna be big! Damn! Reminding me of Conquest versus Invincible. Oh! This is actually insane. Deku, please! Black Whip. Oh, uh-oh. Oh. Shit.
No use not going all out anymore. I just gotta hit him.
Yes.
Really?
Really hard. Yes. Mess him up. I don't even care if I get it wrong.
1,000,000,000%!
Deku, do it. Oh, mine. Please. I want to see you do it. Come on, underdog. Oh, wait!
I did it.
Did you do it? Oh my God! No! Deku!
Take that, Detroit.
For our final round, as Asta takes on last year's reigning champion, Mr. Satan!
Oh no! Oh, I knew it. I got it
Poor
right,
Deku.
but I didn't want to
He
see
tried
it.
his best, but
He
Asta
did.
just shoved him into that great big locker in the sky.
God, he
Both
did,
Deku
he
and
did.
Asta
At
were
least I got it
fairly
right,
evenly
but
matched melee
damn.
fighters without any specific
I
abilities
was
to
gonna
give one
say,
an
it's
easy
those-
edge over
Deku's
the other.
gonna
Though,
use his
to be
power
fair,
up.
the variety of
That's
quirks
the
Deku
problem.
inherited from past users of One for All
Right.
did make him more versatile and unpredictable.
Plus, quirks are biological mutations, not connected to some
Okay,
supernatural
so I
energy
was
source
wrong.
like mana.
Yeah.
So Asta's anti-magic powers
I
were
thought that was-
basically useless
I thought
here.
that was gonna
And
work.
Deku was generally a smarter and more tactical fighter, but against Asta's incredible might, this time Brawn beat Brain.
Which is kind of
Let's
crazy.
crunch some
actually nuts.
numbers!
Yeah.
Deku's greatest feat of strength was splitting that enormous cloud formation with Bakugo.
By measuring the size of the island and comparing it to the clouds above, we can determine they dispersed over 63 trillion kilograms of water.
That's insane.
That's the weight of the Great Pyramid of Giza.
That's nuts.
12,000 of them.
And
That's
required
really
an energy
insane.
of nearly 80 teratons of TNT per punch.
And he
Let's
was
compare
stronger
that to
than
Asta. But Toli's spell was going to be strong enough to vaporize a country the size of the Clover Kingdom.
Yeah,
We can
that's
use this
huge.
map from the
That
manga
is
to
huge.
estimate the size of Clover Kingdom to be about
Wow.
500 kilometers in diameter, about half the length of Great Britain. Vaporizing a country of that size would require an energy of over 480
That makes-
teratons of
that's
TNT, over
insane.
6 times greater than
Wow.
Deku's punch.
While
Wow.
Asta uses anti-magic, it isn't an automatic counter. It
Yeah,
needs to
see,
be comparable in
very
strength to the
interesting.
spell it's combating. And
Yeah.
Asta's gotten way stronger since.
Asta was
That's
also
nuts.
quicker. Sure, scaling to Shigaraki would give Deku roughly light speed reaction time.
Right.
But Asta could dodge light in
Yeah,
his
that
sleep,
was what
and that's
was
his base
crazy,
form,
too. Yeah,
even
that's
before
insane.
transforming with
His
Liba
base
to get
form.
way faster.
Yeah,
And
dude,
since
that's
Deku and
nuts.
Asta's precognitive abilities more or less matched each other, it was
Yeah.
only a matter of time before Asta simply overwhelmed him.
Especially since Deku has struggled in the past against faster opponents. Sure, Deku was smarter, but if he literally didn't have enough time
You
to
hate
come up
to
with a
see
plan
it,
of
but
attack before getting
I
hammered,
get it.
his brains were wasted.
Deku's tactical brilliance and harem-scarum tenacity definitely gave his opponent a run for his
one,
money,
boy.
but Asta's raw power,
running.
blinding speed, and deadlier weaponry spelled the end for All Might's pupil.
Yeah,
Deku
that
gave
sucks.
it his all,
All
and I
Might-
wish he had
I
won.
feel like All Might
Hasta
could
la
have done that,
vista.
but maybe not.
The
Maybe
winner is
not.
Asta.
I guess not. Dude, that was sick. I won't,
Hey, if you want
I
more
won't
death-
say for the who's next because this one's a little one behind. But thank you guys so much for watching my reaction to that. I got another one right. I'm really happy. I'm on a roll. I don't know what 5 I lost. Maybe that guy could tell me. But whatever 5 that was, I'm trash. I'm not doing that anymore. We only win on this channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here, you might as well subscribe, right? It just takes a little thumb tap and then you're done. You know what I mean? Subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate that. Road to 20,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you on the next one. Deuces!